Art is an incredibly broad term that can realistically encompass anything from the Mona Lisa, Starry Night, to a sequence of calculations for some sort of scientific breakthrough. It is entirely beholden to the observer and their past experiences and their biases. It is both an intentional act of creation and an incidental byproduct of human interpretation. Two people can view the same piece of art and walk away with two very different interpretations. Simply said, all facets of good and bad art is subject to the individual. With art being completely subjective, it can never fail. Simply by provoking some sort of thought or idea in a person, it succeeds. When a form of satirical media is absorbed by the people it is directly satirizing and is used as fuel to push those ideas, it is only strengthened in that it is a true reflection of society. On the other hand, if it is rejected and seen as a negative in society and it is pushed away, it has succeeded in its ultimate goal to shed light on these flaws. In either case, it is a successful display and has been validated by the people. Something less subjective is a master of their craft and the understanding of your work, whether it is a meaningful emotional display or simply a cash grab. People recognize skill and technical ability. Your art should have a certain polish to it, like a masterfully crafted watch, a certain pride in your work. The moment your work is presented, people feel an emotional response, as if it is an instinct, and that emotion carries throughout the viewing of your work. If people feel that your work is unpolished and lazy, that will effectively shape their final thought of it. And there's a difference between unskilled and unpolished. When you lack the skill, it shows a lack of dedication for your work. And if you do not have the dedication to put your time into your work and really understand the basics of it, why is it even worth presenting to other people? Why should people pay attention to your work? A basic knowledge and understanding of composition, color theory, margin spacing, whatever it may be in your medium, should be shown in your work. Only once you understand the basic rules can you break them. I mean, is it really breaking a rule if you don't even know that rule exists? We need to look at art as a trade or as a skill and something that we continually develop, looking back at our previous works and finding our weak points. It's not about how much time you spend trying to improve as much as it is about understanding where you lack the skill and focusing in on that area. You need to look at it strategically, changing our methods, continually growing, not necessarily striving for perfection, because that doesn't exist, but continually striving for growth and creating great works of art, something that we can take pride in. Pride in our work, but not ourselves. Pride in your work is constructive and builds a basis that you can continually grow from, but when you have pride in yourself, you insert yourself into your work, and when anybody criticizes it, we feel attacked, and we cannot criticize ourselves in a objective or subjective manner because it would be attacking our character because we have attached ourselves to that work. Self-critiquing is very important, and understanding what we expect of ourselves. Understanding that you're kind of shit and you're going to be directionless and things won't be clear, but continually growing in your skills and using art as an extension of yourself. A manifestation of your ideas, but it's not really you. It's simply just how you felt in that moment, in that time, and a representation of your skill. It's not about being perfect or the best. It's about doing the best you can feasibly at that moment, putting all your energy into something. It's about continually growing and never getting comfortable and content with where you are, never standing still. Because even if you stand still, the world continues to move. People that have pride in themselves stop moving forward, and they grow content because they think they're the shit. As soon as anybody criticizes their work, they take it as a personal attack, an attack on their character. People often say, separate the art from the artist. But I think the artist should separate themselves from their art. Art is often perceived as a hobby, but in reality, it is a skill. These are things that we can take with us throughout life. If we apply good work ethic to our continual growth, that can take us so far. And these aren't new ideas. These are not even my own ideas. These are things I've learned from my own father, from my own dad. There are a lot of smart people out there that are willing to give their knowledge and wisdom out freely. One person that I think has genuinely very good advice is Studio Practice on YouTube. He doesn't tell you how to create good art, but he promotes good work ethic and personal accountability. Another much more controversial figure, but I think he genuinely has some great advice, is Sam Hyde. If you're willing to dig through all the comedic and satirical undertones of his videos, there's some genuinely very, very good advice. Also check out Concept Globe on Instagram. He doesn't really have anything to do with this, but I think his work's pretty cool, so